It's a group of men. When they get to 50, they start falling apart. I found out just by doing this podcast. There's this term called hospice wife. So, right. So I'll give you how it is. Hospice wife. So a hospice wife, basically a man above 50, marries a woman. Finally, he's been playing the field for 50 years, and now he's ready to get married. His body is falling apart. He's got hypertension. He's got diabetes, heart issues, the whole nine. And now he's ready to get married and settle down. So now he marries a woman maybe 10 years younger, or maybe in the same age group. And now he's marrying her, but only for him to have someone to take care of him in his later years.
I don't really know if this is my last time, but what I know is I'm feeling just fine. My life is like a red carpet, and I'm feeling like the richest millionaire. This is my local mayor, and I'm the biggest star around here. What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving, man. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail. More importantly, you saw the clip. I'm not gonna say she's completely lying, but I'm gonna say that is kind of an exaggerated thing. But I'm gonna add some context. First and foremost, it's rare that you see, like, I've seen older guys get married. I've had, but older guys getting married to younger women to take care of them, that's not really how that goes. First and foremost, you're right. Guys get older and you start breaking down because guys do a lot of labor over the years. So that's natural. You get older, you break down. That's not a big deal. But the idea that somebody's gonna take care of you, no. I've actually seen men get married to women who were younger or in their same age group. And I've seen situations where the man got sick numerous times and the lady bailed. And I've seen situations where the woman got sick and the guy was just like, hey man, my wife's sick, I'm gonna figure it out. So that's an issue. A lot of times the way people are looking at relationships, especially with men, with women to men, the relationships have been transactional most of that guy's life. That guy's not expecting for a woman at any time in his life to take care of him. That's just not a male thing. Like, we don't expect that. We don't expect to get married to somebody and we do, even if you get married, the vows, for better or worse, rich or poor, through sickness and in health. We hear it, but we don't expect ladies to hold those vows. You get what I'm saying? We don't. So it's not really what you ladies make it out to be. To me, sometimes this comes off as a bit of projection because what you see more often than not is women saying they need to get a man because he need to do something for them. And now it's like, okay, if the guy gets older, he can't do anything for me, so I gotta just divorce and take what I can get in bail. I remember a few years back, when Kevin Samuels was alive, he had the clip with the lady who said her husband had cancer, but she was trying to look for a new guy at the particular point. See, that's it was all good until he got sick, right? And and cancer is different from your body breaking down, but it is your body breaking down, but she was looking for the door. And you got to, also take into consideration a part of that hypergamy and feminism stuff is wanting women to date older men and to end the and take advantage of the age difference at some point because he'll die and leave you everything. That's been a norm my whole life. Get you an old man, let him, marry him, blah, blah, blah. And when it's time to pass on, you can have everything. As Kevin used to talk about the color purpling of America, how'd he die? He died on top of me. I got all the other stuff, but you got that business building. So That's part of that whole get the bag culture that happened in the last few years. It's just a remix of what was already going on. So to me, it's just like, you know, guys are not predatory. Like guys want younger women. Like if guys were being predatory and want younger women, you want younger women to have sex with. You don't want younger women to take care of you. That's not what you want them for. I'm gonna get one good one in, and then now she gonna change my diaper. No, that's not what guys are trying to do out here. But I think people believe that, so that belief makes it a little bit more difficult. And the interesting thing about this to me also is this. We work ourselves to death. We don't, what I'm saying? We don't go, oh man, ooh, I got sick, I'm gonna kick my feet up. No, we still work through sickness, you know. So, like I said, it's not an expectation. I remember, and I'm gonna use, somebody famous as a reference. You remember when it was dope that his wife was taking care of him, and you remember a few people thought he was being a little extra because people was waiting on him because nobody knew he was dying, but his wife was taking care of him, and I never forget, you know, when people found out what it was, they applauded that because he worked. He knew he was dying, and he just said, I'm gonna work," and then pass away. We don't expect it. I'm glad he got the pampering he got before he died. I truly am. But most men don't expect that. Like I said earlier, that's not the norm. You know, I know guys who got sick, who had surgeries, who got ill, and it was just like, hey. And the interesting thing is, and it's sad to say this, but I know of situations where the guy wasn't married, and he did have a younger girlfriend, and he got sick, COVID, and the family wasn't involved in trying to get the man better, and he died, but they blamed the girlfriend, and she was actually taking care of him. It's just, but she's not getting nothing. And I gotta say this, I just thought about that when I brought up, like, women dating older men and hope when they die and inherit stuff. There have been numerous occasions where women dated older men and they died, and they might not have had kids together, and they froze the kids out of their inheritance. So I think we need to deal with that because this hospice thing ain't really, in my opinion, ain't really real. It ain't really as real as people think. It's a minority of a minority. But you tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
All I ask is when you lay your head on that pill at night, know I gave you everything I had.